Let's take a look at football here for a minute because ESPN has ranked the top offensive weapons in the NFL. So let's take a look at what they're thinking of. Number one would be Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Cleveland Browns second. How about that? Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as well as the Carolina Panthers in the top five. And this is ESPN and their top ranking. Does that surprise you? It seems the closer we get to the season, the more accolades the Browns seem to be getting at different parts of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, Les, it's hard to argue it. I mean, we're talking about two guys in the backfield that are all pro caliber backs and have been in their careers. Two guys at wide receiver. One we know is capable of making any catch that we've ever even considered possible. The other guy's just a really good producer. And then you see what they've done at tight end now. It's pretty daunting. And now the quarterback has to show that he's not only capable of lifting the team, but also dealing with how you go about keeping all those guys happy by getting them the ball.
I can't imagine Stefanski not making it through the year, but do you think there's extra pressure on him when all of a sudden, and the volatility of the owner of the team, and now you're seeing almost everybody rating them very high, at least offensively. Do you think that's more pressure, or do you think there's enough pressure out there no matter what?
Yeah, I think there's enough no matter what. I also think that it just benefits him now that the organization is aligned, we think, behind him. We know that DePodesta is on board. He wanted him for 2 straight seasons to be the head coach. And we also know that Andrew Berry is the kind of guy that's going to welcome Stefanski's offensive thinking, be creative, and also try to implement some of the things that DePodesta wants. So I think they're all on board. So to me, even if they would have a season that's a little less than stellar, it would be chalked up to the challenges that the COVID-19 has presented to a new staff and a head coach who really hasn't even had a chance to put out a hand and touch any of his players yet. And we don't know. I mean, we keep thinking that this thing's going to come off the way the NFL says it is. But when you look around the country, it is hard to imagine training camps opening in some of these places that are dealing with these, really big spikes in infections.
No question about it. The assumption
Ohio
is
all. By the way,
what's that?
Ohio being one of them
Yeah.
now. By the way,
Yeah. When you look at it, and Stefanski, we just assume Stefanski's going to be better than Freddie Kitchens, although we have no reason to really believe that, other than Kitchens was so bad that you just expect that he would. But there are things that Stefanski's going to find out early and often.
Yeah, and it's always so easy now to look beyond those Sundays, and those Sundays are what define coaches. Listen, how many times have we seen a team be within a touchdown or ahead by a field goal, and the head coach consistently leaves points on the board or makes mistakes that players start to lose confidence in his decisions? And that's the one thing we don't know about Stefanski. We know that he's been a good offensive coordinator, but we thought we knew that about Freddie Kitchens, albeit based on a much smaller sample size.